Today, we embark on a challenging hunting journey, one that demands razor-sharp focus and absolute respect for nature. This hunt isn't about thrill or randomness. It's about balance. We're here to help manage the health and population of the wild deer herd, especially by harvesting mature bucks who've reached their prime. It's our responsibility as population stewards to ensure the next generation of deer thrives. Before the sun even crested the horizon, we were already out there, gearing up, laying out plans, and preparing ourselves for today's conquest. Every bullet fired today is a life-or-death battle against the wild deer of this land. Can we come out victorious? Stick around until the end to find out. The terrain today is no joke. Open visibility, but long shooting distances. We had to go prone, pressing into the cold earth, crawling along the hillside to find that perfect shooting angle. Then there he was, the first target, a dominant buck, standing proud with a long, majestic rack. I took aim. No room for error. One mistake and he'd be gone. Boom. The shot was calculated perfectly. The massive animal collapsed instantly, tumbling in one clean roll down the slope. A flawless start, professional hunting at its finest. The hunt pressed on, and the challenges got tougher. We entered rough terrain, dry brush and wild shrubs forming endless hiding spots. My seasoned instincts kicked in. Big game always knows how to hide. Just as I suspected, something moved in the tangle of dry branches. A deer was using the ridge's natural blind to disappear. But you can't hide from trained eyes. No hesitation. The shot rang out, clean, decisive. Another hidden buck down. In hunting, tracking skills matter just as much as marksmanship. Not long after, another deer appeared. With a clear line of sight, I locked on and positioned myself. In hunting, every shot is a promise of respect, and a promise to succeed. Boom. Another clean harvest. No time to rest. Another large buck, separated from the herd, was grazing peacefully in front of us at the perfect range. I aimed confidently. This should be a clean takedown. The first shot hit, but he stumbled, didn't fall. Nearby deer heard the gunshot and bolted, turning the scene into a dust-filled frenzy. The wounded buck vanished into the chaos, but he couldn't escape. I tracked his staggering shadow through the whirlwind. Another shot cut through the stampede and the dust, bringing him down for good. In the end, it's patience and precision that decide who wins in this life and death game. Still no break. We moved slowly into a tall grass field. Always in ready mode. Near the forest edge, another herd was feeding. Target acquired. Finger on the trigger. Boom. The herd scattered in panic. Loud energy bursting in every direction. It was chaos, yet that's where a true hunter thrives. Stay calm in the storm. One by one, we brought them down with precision. As the day neared its end and we returned toward base, we'd already harvested enough. But a real hunter's awareness never drops. Suddenly, a large buck spotted us and bolted, racing across the open field. No time to think, only time to act. I locked in, took the shot, and brought him down before he vanished out of range. The mission was complete. As the sun dipped below the horizon, we stood proud, having fulfilled our duty to manage this ecosystem responsibly. Wild boar hunting has long been an essential part of life for many hunters. It's considered an effective way to protect crops and control one of the most destructive wild animals. Each hunting trip usually starts early in the morning and can stretch into the late afternoon, demanding patience, tight coordination, and sometimes a bit of luck. The chaotic barking of hunting dogs echoed across the empty field, and instantly catching the hunter's attention. Without hesitation, he followed the sound and just minutes later spotted a wild boar that had strayed into the crops. Trailing right behind were two fierce dogs, relentlessly harassing and cornering the boar. The situation was a golden opportunity. But the first shot didn't end the chase. The boar reacted in a flash, darting away with surprising speed. Drawing nearer, he found his moment. The wild boar collapsed on the spot, bringing a heart-pounding pursuit to an end. Wild boars are currently among the most dangerous invasive species in many countries, especially in the United States, Australia, and parts of Europe. With an extremely fast reproduction rate and devastating destructive power, These animals are estimated to cause over $2.5 billion in damages each year in the US alone, particularly in agriculture. They are highly intelligent, adapt well to various environments. Hunting dogs and firearms remain some of the most effective tools in rapid response eradication efforts, helping to temporarily reduce wild boar populations in hotspot areas. A dramatic wild boar hunt is unfolding in the rugged lands of Anadolu, led by a team of seasoned professional hunters. Wild boars are known for their speed and incredibly sharp reflexes. Then the gunshot breaks the silence, tearing through the still air. The wild boar takes a direct hit, writhing in pain. It's a moment that showcases an astonishing level of precision from the hunter. Hunting wild boars is no different from a real-life survival game. Seasoned hunters are like master-level gamers, facing off against a tough opponent, wild boars that are fast, numerous, without calm nerves and sharp judgment. Hitting your mark becomes nearly impossible. And yet, these hunters can bring it down with a single deadly shot. Like the elite skills of a top-tier gamer, but this isn't a simulation. This is 100% real, where every decision leads to a real consequence. Across the vast open field, the hunters set out once again, accompanied by their loyal, battle-hardened hunting dogs. But this time, the mission goes beyond just hunting. Their goal carries a greater purpose: to protect the cornfields, now heavily ravaged by wild boars. A wild boar was fleeing in panic, a desperate sprint to escape the relentless pursuit of the hunter. Every step it took was soaked in fear, but that hope was fleeting. A single gunshot rang out swift, the boar collapsed, writhing in its final moments before silence reclaimed the field. The hunt ended as quickly as it had begun. The result? A hunt more successful than anyone could have hoped for. This wild boar hunt wasn't just an ordinary hunting trip, it was a vital part of a broader effort to control and push back a threat that directly endangers agriculture. Years have passed, yet I still cannot forget that feeling. A terrifying predator struck without warning, everything spiraled out of control, and one of my teammates was badly injured. Today's hunt is not about glory or trophies, it is about facing the greatest challenge, tracking down a creature that has become a legend, the mountain lion. Armed with compasses, GPS devices, and rifles, our team knew the road ahead would be brutal. Stay with us as we brace ourselves for the heart-pounding moments to come. Our tactical plan was quickly put into motion, defend to strike back, the whole team on high alert. After all, mountain lions are apex predators, agile, cunning, and extremely dangerous. A single mistake could mean defeat. Just then, the GPS gave off a sharp signal. The target had appeared. We carefully moved toward it. Our pack of hounds quickly encircled the base of a tree. Through the scope, I spotted it, the cold-blooded hunter perched on a high branch. I raised my rifle. One precise shot, and the beast was down. Keeping our distance was the only way to stay safe. At close range, a mountain lion can leap down and strike in an instant. I exhaled in relief. This hunt was going to test us to the very limit. Snow kept falling thicker, making movement difficult. But for our hounds, it was no obstacle. In no time, they picked up the scent again. John raised his binoculars, scanning from afar. Another lion had been cornered up in a tree. The dogs barked furiously, urging me to fire. I steadied my breath, locked my sights, and squeezed the trigger. Boom! Snow exploded into the air as the bullet struck. The lion collapsed, hanging from the branch. Another prize trophy, lifting the morale of the whole team. Following fresh tracks, our hounds quickly found the next target. John stayed laser-focused. Through my scope, I saw it, a lion perched in the distance. John raised his rifle, aimed high into the treetops, and fired. A sharp, decisive shot rang out. Another predator took him down. On this hunt, we vowed not to let a single marauder escape. Every one of them would pay for what they had done. Before we could rest, the GPS signaled again. Another lion had been detected. Today was turning into a harvest of predators. We followed the tracks etched into the snow, closing in on its location. I spotted it through the binoculars. Sensing danger, the lion bolted. This time, we couldn't let it get away. Closing in fast, chaos erupted, dogs barking, snow flying. The lion tried to hide but could not escape our aim. Boom! From a high branch, the savage beast crashed down into the snow. The sight alone was enough to make your pulse race. The chase spread deeper into the forest. On the other side, Jack and John scouted the jagged cliffs, forcing us to tread carefully. But again, our dogs proved unstoppable. Before we even caught up, they had already cornered another lion. Without hesitation, Jack raised his bow, drew back, and released. The arrow struck clean. The target fell instantly. We pressed on. My heart hammered as I spotted a shadow perched on a dead branch. I steadied my breath, fought the adrenaline. The target was locked. Carefully calculated shots tore through the air. The bullet hit its mark. Another marauder eliminated. Hunting mountain lions is no simple task. It demands skill, courage, and the seamless coordination of the entire team. The sun dipped lower. The last lion emerged, hidden among the trees. It had no idea it had walked into a trap. I gripped my rifle, held my breath, and pulled the trigger. Crack! The beast collapsed motionless. The long, grueling hunt had reached its end. At last, the tense pursuit was over. The final lion fell, restoring peace to our village. Though the pain and wounds of our comrade remain, we had protected our home, allowing our loved ones to live safely again. Now, only the silence of the forest remained, and the relief of a mission accomplished. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye, and see you on the next adventure. Night falls, and the cold wind whistles across the farmlands of the American South. In that silence, farmers still live in constant fear, because at any moment, wild boars could strike. With just one herd passing through, an entire cornfield or sweet potato patch can be torn apart, leaving devastation behind. From that fear, we set out on this journey, not only armed with weapons and experience, but also with modern technology to track and record our encounters with nature's beasts. Will we return with trophies in hand, or be defeated by our relentless foes? Join us now as the hunt begins. This hunt began deep within a vast swamp. The moonlight shimmered on the water surface, reflecting off sticky mud. The air was damp and suffocating, but it promised a dramatic confrontation. We moved silently along the bank, scanning the opposite side of the swamp. Beneath the thick canopy, a herd of wild boars was digging furiously into the ground, as if searching for something. I quickly raised my rifle, locking on the target. Bang! The shot echoed through the swamp. A boar was hit, collapsing into the mud, while the rest scattered in panic, each fleeing in a different direction. We didn't give up. Determined, we followed the tracks left in the soft ground. Suddenly, the sharp, urgent barking of hounds erupted, guiding us straight toward the target. There was, hidden in the dense brush near the swamp, a massive wild boar was trying to stay concealed. No hesitation, I tightened my grip, aimed carefully, and pulled the trigger. A clean, decisive hit dropped the beast right where it stood, ending the tense pursuit and restoring peace to the land. Elsewhere in the swamp, one of my teammates was also searching patiently. Suddenly, right in front of him, a lone boar appeared, unlucky enough to wander into perfect range. He wasted no time. The decisive shot sealed victory for us in the swamp. Once again, the mission of protecting crops and this land was reinforced with determination and strength. Our team quickly spread out, setting up ambush positions around the field. Suddenly, The brush beside us shook violently. A massive wild boar burst out, sprinting like an arrow tearing through the wind. I raised my rifle and fired. Bang! The beast staggered, slid across the grass, and collapsed motionless. No luck for it this time. What do you think? Was that final shot impressive enough? Let us know. We pushed deeper into the fields. Suddenly, a massive shadow charged straight at me, its glowing red eyes locked on mine, ready to strike. No time to hesitate. I lifted my rifle and fired in a split second. Its heavy body collapsed just a few steps away, leaving only a deadly stillness. Exhausted, our team began heading back, ready to end the journey. But suddenly, a lone boar darted across the path ahead, desperate for a chance to escape. Not missing the opportunity, my teammate instantly raised his rifle and fired. The bullet screamed through the air and struck true. The dark giant dropped in an instant. The hunt across the fields closed with countless breathtaking and dramatic moments. From the swamp's suffocating wetlands to the vast open fields, every shot was a blend of skill, patience, and teamwork. Everything took place within the boundaries of the law to protect crops and restore balance to nature, supported wholeheartedly by the local community who helped us complete this mission.